Ladies and gentlemen of Traveling Radio, man Joe P. Spidey here. And in case you're wondering what this video is about, well, like the title says, shit happens. Just so you know, we're all family here, so I feel as though I can share this story with you guys. All right? A little embarrassing, but shit happens. That's just life. I mean, you ever been sick while you're on vacation? Not before you go on vacation, but you're on vacation, you're good and everything, then out of nowhere, you start feeling a little ill, not too well. Well, it happened to me once. I won't say the cruise line, but it happened to me on the cruise. Now I don't know if it was something from the sports bar, the buffet. I don't know what it was. I mean, I did try something new that week, but let's just say my bowels were acting up. I had the shits, for those of you that didn't get that. Anyway, I'm at the slot machines, doing pretty good. Out of nowhere, I got a fart. I'm like, all right, nobody's around, so let it rip. I let it rip, and no, didn't happen. I caught it. Yes, I actually caught it. I was like, whoa, squeezed it real tight. I was like, that was not what I think it was. Holy shit. Needless to say, well, I was glad that I caught it, but then I was upset because I had to leave the machine. I was actually doing pretty damn good. So, cashed out, went back to my room, took care of business. Well, first I checked my drawers, make sure, I caught all of it. I say, hey, we're family. You've been here for a while, so I feel as though I can talk to you about these things, all right? I'm comfortable talking to you guys about this thing. But, I checked my drawers, all right, everything is good. All right, cool. Go to the arcade. I'm like, okay, got another fart coming. All right, I'm gonna go slow this time. I'm not gonna let it rip out. I'm gonna just let it ease out. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Yeah, fair enough. Shit, it's trying to come back out again. I'm like, oh, come on now. This is the second time. So I go back to my room once again. And then again later that night. I'm thinking, okay, my stomach was, a little upset. I'm like, all right, this will pass. All right, I said I went already. This will pass. Watching the show, and midway through it, about the fart, and I was like, I'm being smart this time. I was like, I think it passed, but just to be sure, I'm gonna just let it out ever so slightly. And yep. And again, I go to the bathroom. And it wasn't the hard stools, it was the liquid the liquid shits, And I'm sitting there and I'm like, come on, I'm in the middle of a vacation and this happens. I was like, I don't believe this. And I'm sitting there thinking, it wasn't something. It just so happens that it wasn't something that it was on the island. Something was well. That's just what I assumed because it was a sea day, and we weren't at port, and any country or anything. But I'm on there. I'm just eating this and that, ordering this and that. I mean, I don't know. I really couldn't narrow it down. I said there were a few things that I didn't eat prior that week that I chose to eat that day, or earlier that day. That could have been it, but either way, whatever it was, whoa, messed me up pretty good. I mean, when it gets down to the point where you can't trust a fart, yeah, you've been dealt in pretty good. So that the next day, I wake up, little hot headed, little bit of fever, not a whole lot, a little bit of fever, and I'm like, okay, This is the next day. I didn't shit out everything yesterday. I should be good. Alright, so, we're on that private island. And I'm walking around, and like I said, I just felt all feverish, and then bowels acting up. And I said, come on. Not today. Please. Not today. Well, bowels had something different to say. I mean, before I even hit the beach, I'm running to the toilet. All right, couldn't even enjoy my beach day. I had a planned beach day. Couldn't even enjoy that. Why? Like every hour and a half, something like that. Gotta go. Now I'm drinking plenty of fluids because hey, trust me, I lost a lot of fluids. I lost a lot of fluids. I'm drinking water left and right. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking orange juice, apple juice, any liquid. I mean, I didn't drink any sodas or anything, but any liquid. Because like I said, I was losing a lot of liquid. And it got down to the point where, guys, it hurt just to wipe. I mean, like I said, we're family. I can talk about this. I feel comfortable. A little embarrassing, but hey, which way my life, what happened to me. It's not all sunshine and roses. Bad things do happen. Shit happens. But yeah, I got to a point where, luckily, I packed baby wipes. So that was a lot easier in my posterior versus using toilet paper. Because like I said, it got to a point where I go back there, it was hurting. I was like, ooh. Baby wipes made it a lot easier. I got to admit, I was embarrassed. I told somebody this lady, I said, "Oh, why didn't you go see the doctor?" I was embarrassed. I'll admit it. I was the one going there and be like, "Hey, I got the shits." I'll admit it. I was embarrassed. And it was one of those vacations is a while back where, at the time I didn't have medicine with me. So, from then on, I've always take medicine with me. I always take Refuge Medical, over-the-counter meds. This comes with me every single vacation. I don't care if it's a cruise, a train trip, a bus trip, an overnight trip. This comes with me every single time. Every single time. But yeah, like I said, beach day, ruined. We come back to Miami. Miami was, I was doing a back-to-back cruise. So we go to Miami. I left the ship because I was going out later on that day anyway. I left the ship, went to CVS, got some anti-diarrheal medicine, and I started feeling a little bit better. I say a little bit better. The cramps in my stomach was gone. I probably went maybe, after taking the medicine, maybe 1 or 2 times afterwards. And that's it. But the healing process, well, let's just say it was very, very gaseous. Yeah, I mean, gaseous. And good thing I had a balcony too. It just so happens that my stomach's getting gassy, and once again, I felt the fart coming on. I fart. Once again, I was like, and it was just pure fart. Not the liquid shits I was trying to seep out from before. Nope, just pure farts. So, I was happy. I was like, yes. I was happy that I was able to trust my farts again. But the thing is, that day, that's all I did. Was just fart all damn day. I mean, like I said, we were in Miami, got the medicine, came back, took it. The next day was a sea day before we hit the next port. But that sea day, I kept the balcony door open, and I was just farting like nonstop. Like I said, I was happy. The shits is gone. I could trust my farts. The farts just kept coming and coming and coming. It would not stop, guys. I mean, like the whole damn day. And if I would have struck a match, that room would have blew up. I mean, that room was packed with methane gas. Trust me. It was packed with methane gas. I would have lit a match. The whole atmosphere in that room would have been gone. I said, hey, we're family here. I can talk to you about these things. So, and I was on the ship, right? And I was like, damn, man, I'm on this cruise. I don't want to be stuck in my room. So I went out. I ventured out. I was good. I was like, okay, I could trust my farts now. But I made sure that I was like on the Lido deck. I made sure that I was somewhere on the ship, but outside, because I didn't want to be like on the interior, just letting farts out, and people just walking by, like, oh, what the hell is that? Damn. No, I didn't want any of that. So, I hung out outside. And I'm like this, just making sure that nobody was around in the area. So when I had the fart, I just let it loose. Like I said, I'm like, no kids around, okay. And after that, we come to our first destination on that back-to-back cruise, and I was all healed up. I finished the medicine. I took it for, I want to say, I wanted to be safe, so I took it for, I want to say the next 3-4 days, just to be on the safe side. And I was all better. I enjoyed the second half of the cruise. Once the shits went away and the automatic farts went away, I was good. So, and I said, hey, shit happens. You forget to plan for stuff like this. I mean, it happens. I mean, I'm an expert cruiser, and I wasn't prepared. So I've never really been sick on vacation before. I mean, I've always been fine. I didn't think, hey, Rain is with me. And like I said, I was too embarrassed to go see the ship doctor. If I could do anything different, I would have seen the ship doctor. I really would, like I said, but I was embarrassed. I'm thinking they got more important things to do. They got serious things to take care of. The last thing they need to do is take care of my diarrhea. But I am a paying passenger, and what I think is little could have turned out big, because diarrhea is really nothing to play with. A lot of people die from it. Well, third world countries, but still, a lot of people die from it because you're losing fluids, stuff like that. And like I said, I was just embarrassed. But it's nothing to play with. In a situation like that, like I said, I got my meds. RefugeMedicals.com, check them out. And like I said, I'll take the meds I have, and if it goes any further, then I would go see a doctor. But at that time, I should have seen the ship doctor. Like I said, I didn't have my meds at the time, but at that time, I should have just seen the ship doctor and like, hey, I ate something. Don't really know exactly what it was, but these are the symptoms. I had it taken care of right then and there. Instead of walking around, literally like squeezing my ass with every damn fart I let out. Because like I said, I couldn't trust it at the time. So that's something I would have done different. That's the whole story. That's what happened to me on the cruise. I said I have a good time, make these videos, showing you a good time, but like with life, sometimes negative does happen. Shit happens. You don't want it to happen. I mean, who wants diarrhea in the middle of a damn trip, But hey, it happens. I should have, I'll admit I should have handled it different. But, if it happens again, it'll be dealt with accordingly. Just a little story I felt like I was able to share with you guys. I mean, a little more in my personal life of, what happens when I'm on these journeys and stuff. Like I said, you get the good and you have the bad. So, that being said, you be safe. RefugeMedical.com, get their medicine, you get a whole other stuff on there. Check out their website, so whenever you travel safe. Alright? Thanks for listening to this. See you guys in the next video.